Hi everyone, welcome to my channel CareerHub. I am on the mission to help and support people who are eagerly looking to get a job. If you are new to this channel, please make sure to hit on the subscribe button and stay tuned till end of this video. So, if you are preparing for Agile Project Manager role interview, you are in the right place to prepare for your interview now. So, in this video, I will be covering the top 25 Agile Project Manager interview questions along with best tips to frame your answers and also best sample answers for all the 25 Agile Project Manager interview questions for your reference and also to update basis on your experience, skills and your achievements. So, before we deep dive on this topic, please don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up to my channel. Now, without any further delay, let's get straight into the topic now. So, let's start with the first question. What are the key principles of Agile methodology and how do they impact on your project management? Here the tips are like you have to highlight on the importance of customer collaboration and responsiveness to the changes. And secondly, please emphasize on iterative and incremental delivery of the values. The sample answer is here. Please refer it and frame your answer. So the next question is, can you explain the difference between Agile, Scrum and Kanban? So here the tips would be like, first try to define each term very clearly and mention what are the primary focuses of using Agile, Scrum and Kanban. And also use some examples to illustrate their applications in your current project. The sample answer is here for your reference. So now the third question is, how do you prioritize the task and manage a product backlog in an Agile environment? Here please try to mention the techniques like Masco or prioritization matrices or the Kano model. And try to stress the importance of stakeholder collaboration or the coordination and communications as well. So the sample answer is here for your reference. Next question, describe a challenging Agile project you have managed. What are the key challenges and how did you overcome them? So here please be very specific about the challenges you have faced personally in the current project or your previous project and try to highlight your problem solving and adaptability. How did you overcome those the problems which you have faced or the challenges which you have faced in the current project? Sample answer is here for your reference. Next is, how do you handle changes in project scope or requirement during a sprint? So the tips would be, try to stress the importance of communication with the team or the entire project team and the stakeholders. And try to mention the specific practices like the mid-sprint reviews or any other review practices if you are following or adjusting the backlog. Sample answer is here for your reference. Next question, sixth one is, what is your approach to stakeholder management and communication in an Agile project? Here please try to highlight the use of regular updates and the meetings. What are the different meetings you are conducting and what are the ceremonies you are following as part of the Agile project, and try to emphasize the transparency and collaboration among all the stakeholders or the teams. And sample answer is here for your reference. Question number 7 is, how do you measure and track the progress and performance of an Agile team? Here please try to mention the specific metrics like velocity, burn down charts and cycle time are the tools which you are following, and try to highlight the importance of qualitative feedback. So the sample answer is here for your reference to frame your answer. Next question is, describe your experience with Agile tools such as Jira, Trello or any other tools if they are mentioning. So based on your experience, try to mention the specific feature of the tools which you are using. For example, if you are using Jira, try to mention what all the features you have been used and for what purpose, and highlight how these tools improve team collaboration and the project management and how these tools are made your task to continue or to see the progress of the project management. And the sample answer is here. Please refer it to frame your answer. Ninth question is, how do you ensure continuous improvement in your Agile teams? This is very important question for any Agile project manager. Here, please try to emphasize the role of retrospectives and feedback loops and mention any specific practices like Kaizen or any lean principles if you are following in the project. So apart from that, if you are following any other techniques, you can mention that based on your experiences in the current project. And the sample answer is here for your reference. Next question, question number 10. What strategies do you use to foster a collaborative and self-organizing team culture? Try to highlight the importance of empowerment and trust. And if you have followed any practices like pair programming or cross-functional teams, please mention them based on the current project or the process or any technique if you are using. Sample answer is here to frame your own answers. Next is question number 11. Can you explain the concept of a minimum viable product, that is MVP, and its importance in Agile? So here first you need to define what is MVP clearly and its role in delivering value very quickly, and provide some examples. Use the examples of your current projects and how an MVP was used very effectively. And please come up with the STAR method or any technique if you have used to frame your answer. The sample answer is here for your reference. Next is, how do you balance the need for speed and quality in Agile project delivery? Here, please emphasize the importance of automated testing or CI/CD pipelines, and mention the role of regular code reviews and technical debt management. Sample answer is here for your reference, and try to go deep dive on the CI/CD, the pipeline delivery. It is really very important to know about in detail as a Agile Project Manager. Next question is, describe a time when you had to coach or mentor an Agile team member. What was the outcome? So here, as a Scrum Master or as an Agile Project Manager, so you have to be very specific about the coaching methods which you have used in your project or in your previous projects, and try to highlight the positive impact, how the technique was used and what was the outcome or what was the positive impact on the team member or the entire project or the team. So sample answer is here for your reference to frame your own answer. Question number 14 is, what is your approach to managing distributed or remote Agile teams? Here you need to be very specific and highlight the importance of communication tools which you are using in your current project. Any tools like Jira or any other tools for communication and regular check-ins. And try to provide or emphasize the need for clear documentation, or if you have followed any documentation methods or the tools which you have used in the current project, and time zone management as well. So sample answer is here for your reference. How do you handle conflicts within an Agile team? So this is a 100% question which most of the interviews will be asking this question. So here the tips would be like emphasize the importance of addressing the conflicts early. What are the techniques you are using to address the conflicts in the team? Or highlight the role of mediation or mediating and finding a common ground. So sample answer is here for your reference. Next question is, can you describe a time when you had to pivot or change direction in a project due to external factors? So here please be very specific about the external factors and their impact if you really face this kind of situation. And highlight your adaptability and decision making process, what process you have been followed or how you have adapted for that particular situation or challenging or a problem solving method. So here the sample answer is here. Try to refer them and frame your answer. Now the question number 17 is, what techniques do you use to estimate tasks and plan sprints? So here you need to specify the techniques which you are using in your project or to plan your sprints, like planning poker or t-shirt sizing, any other techniques you can mention. And you have to mention about the importance of team involvement or the collaboration and historical data. The sample answer is here for your reference. And next is question number 18. How do you ensure alignment between business goals and the Agile project execution? Here you need to come up with the importance of regular communication with all the stakeholders or among all the teams where you have been involved, and mention the role of a product owner in prioritizing the backlog. Mention about how the product owner will be prioritizing the backlog and what is the importance of the team involvement in project execution. So the sample answer is here for your reference. Next is question number 19. What is your experience with scaling Agile practices across multiple teams or an entire organization? So here you need to come up with the frameworks like say, for less or the Kanban or Scrum, which Agile practices you are using in your current project. Mention about that and you can explain in detail, and highlight the importance of consistency and communication across all the teams. So, and the sample answer is here for your reference. Next is, how do you manage dependencies between different teams in a large agile project? Here you need to highlight the importance of having a very clear and transparent communication and coordination. Mention very specific practices like dependency boards or integration sprints. So you need to mention what are the practices or the process you have been followed in your current project. You can go to the sample answer to frame your answer. Next is, what is your approach to handling technical debt in agile projects? This is really very important question. 100% you're going to get this question in your interview. Here you need to emphasize the importance of addressing technical debt regularly. First you need to know what is technical debt and what are the different technical debts you have been used or you have been involved in your current sprints or in your current project. Mention strategies like allocating time in sprints or creating a dedicated backlog or any the stories if you are creating in your current sprints. So try to come up with the real factors or the real examples in your current project. Sample answer is here for your reference. Next is, how do you ensure your team adheres to the agile best practices and principles? Here it's very simple. This is very simple question, but this is 100% question you are going to get in the interview. So here you need to highlight the role of regular training and continuous learning, and mention the importance of retrospectives and feedback loops, etc. And sample answer is here. You can go through that and frame your answer. So now the 23rd question is, describe a time when you had to manage a project with conflicting stakeholder priorities. How did you resolve it? Here, please come up with the importance of understanding and negotiating stakeholder needs or stakeholder requirements, and highlight the role of transparency and compromises. You need to mention what are the technique you have used for negotiating with the stakeholders, or any process you have been followed, what are the who are all the teams you have been involved, and how you have taken up the different steps. So the sample answer is here for your reference. Next one is 24th question. How do you incorporate user feedback into the agile development process? So this is like important question, and tips would be like highlighting the importance of regular user feedback loops, and mention if you have done any regular user feedback reviews or any meeting scheduled. So come up with those different ways or the different process you have been followed, and be very specific about the practices like user testing or beta releases or any other technique or the process if you have used. And the sample answer is here to frame your own answer. Now the last question is, what is your approach to risk management in agile project? So this question is 100% you are going to get this question in your interview. Please try to prepare for this question. Here you need to mention or you need to emphasize the importance of proactive risk identification and mitigation. You should mention how you have identified the risk and what are the mitigation plans you have been used or you have been came up with along with the teams, and be specific on the techniques like maintaining the risk registers or any other regular risk reviews techniques or the process you have been used. And the sample answer is here to frame your answer. But before that, please be thorough with the risk management. That is very, very important as a project manager or agile project manager. So these questions and answers along with the tips should help you prepare thoroughly for an agile project manager interview. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment about the interview questions if you have ever faced. Thanks for watching and good luck for your job hunt, and thank you once again.